Hello. I'm so excited to be back. I have so much to share, and I will be unfolding all of it over the next days, weeks, and continue to be here and share with you and all the glorious messages that I have received and will continue to receive during this time. And today, the divine asks that I share with you that we remember to let it be. We ask for the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, and the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. This is something that has come up for me immensely over the last 9 days. Learning how to surrender means learning how to accept all that you cannot change, to sit in your discomfort, and to know the difference between what is in your control and what is not. What I have control over is my own thoughts and feelings and being. And so sitting with them and getting to know them is how I learn to let it be. And how I learn to see all of them, not with hatred, not with resentment, not with shame or guilt, but to just see them and to know that they all have a purpose in the evolution of who I am. And by learning that, I have a better acceptance and compassion for others and their thoughts and their beliefs and their journey. You see, we are so focused in this world on changing others and changing situations, but that is where we let it be. Especially in times of trouble, in times where we feel grief and lonely and sad and confused. That is the best time to sit and just listen and to ask without expectation, to feel your breath, to listen to your heartbeat, to allow music to come up within you rather than seeking for it around you. Letting yourself be the conductor of your orchestra. This time is very uncomfortable for many of us because we realize we've given the reins to everything else in our lives but us. We realize that we feel sad and lonely because we need others constantly in order to feel fulfilled. Now, I'm not saying we don't need others, because we do. We are human beings, and social connection is so, so important. It is so, so important. But it is not everything. And doing things and having a purpose is the most important. But it has to be the one that resonates with you. And how do you know that if you've never had a social connection with yourself? How do you know that if you've never sat down and taken a pen and paper and asked yourself, what is it I really want? What is my soul yearning for? So I come to you today with this message. Can you let it be? Can you sit for even 10 minutes and just listen? And begin to hear the difference between the voices that have been programmed from your experiences and the one that's truly within, that wants to tell you you are safe, that you are okay, and that you have the choice of how to move forward in the most difficult of times and in the most glorious of times. You see, so many of us are just waiting and waiting for this to end, rather than taking this time as a real time for you. I had some of the best moments over this period of really being with me. The best was the last 24 hours, where I did a complete digital detox. I turned my phone off, locked it away. I didn't even turn on the TV, no computer. I went for a walk in nature without any music. I listened to my records in my room, where I just sang to myself. I let myself rest. An abundance of ideas came up. I said hi to neighbors as I walked past them. I played with my cat. I really savored my food. I felt so at peace. So at peace. We seek that peace. But how can we do that when we're still white-knuckling so many things? So today, sit down and ask whatever higher power you believe in, whatever God means to you. Ask your spirits, ask your guides, hold your heart. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Perhaps that means just making a list today of what it is that you really need to let be, and what it is that you would really like to make action on to change. But before taking that action, before instilling that courage, check in with your heart. I am someone who naturally has a fire within them that wants to do things immediately, gets an idea, let's go. And if that resonates with you, or even if it doesn't, but if it does, you really need to take the time extra to sit and let it be and be still. But even if it doesn't, for all of us, it's really important that we take time to be, to ask for guidance from within, to know, okay, where does my heart sit? That is where your courage will arise. That's where you'll know, I need to do this. Give it a couple days. And then that's how we also learn our intuition a lot better. So in moments where maybe you don't have a few days, you are so in tune with yourself that you don't hear any external distraction. You can let that all be. And you can just be you and make your right decision. That song just kept coming up for me over the past 9 days, and it's one that I'm going to continue to hold close to me during this time. And if it speaks to you, I highly recommend you listen to it as well. I'm going to finish by singing a little excerpt from this song, Let It Be by the Beatles. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary, comfort me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my darkest hour, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. So take some time today to just be with you, to see what comes up. It is especially important during times like these that we check back in with ourselves, because the one thing we all do have control over is how we decide to move through this. Do you want to move through it with fear, anxiety, loneliness? Do you want to feel trapped? Or do you want to move through it with clarity, with love, with trust, with faith, with freedom? I'd love to know how you're feeling, no matter which side of the spectrum you're on. You may comment below. You can reach out to me at any time directly. I'm here for you, to support you. I love you all very much. I'll see you soon.